France has marked its first Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day. France was the first major European country to recognise the massacres as genocide. That was back in 2001. President Macron announced the National Day of Remembrance in February this year, saying his country knows how to look history in the face. At the time, that drew a furious response from Recep Tayyip Erdogan, president of Turkey. He called Macron a political novice. The Turkish leader denounced the commemoration day again this Wednesday in a televised speech. The French Prime Minister Edouard Philippe spoke at the ceremony.
By paying tribute to the victims of the Armenian genocides, France remains true to itself and to its values. It's the honourable and right thing to do. France won't be intimidated by any pressure or any lies. What we want are historical facts and reconciliation.
Edouard Philippe speaking there at the Armenian Remembrance Day ceremony here in France. Well, we're joined by Lilith Gevorgian, who is the Russia and CIS analyst at IHS Markit. Lilith, thank you very much for being with us. The anger of Turkey's Recep Tayyip Erdogan this Wednesday, in many ways, totally predictable.
It was and it wasn't, because to be fair, in recent years, Erdogan would issue statements referring to historic pain, and some Armenians saw it as a sort of a gesture, as a sort of a move towards Armenians to start thinking about normalization relationship. The latest statement, however, was purely catered for the nationalist audience in Turkey, and I think it was just a response to the feeling popularity of the president, the feeling economy, all the domestic problems he's facing, and in some ways realizing that he's losing this battle in European capitals, because recently Italian Parliament also endorsed a resolution recognizing the Armenian genocide.
So why is this still contested in Turkey? I know there's historic reasons why they've denied that it's a genocide, but when the facts are stacking up, when other European nations are signing up to the idea that this was genocide, of course France very much in the forefront of all that, why is Turkey still not seeing things the way other people do?
I think the Armenian journalist, Turkish journalist who was killed in Turkey, he probably put this in the best way. He by the way, he was killed, Hrant Dink was killed because he was talking about genocide issue, but he's also putting in a different context. He was saying that it's such a horrendous crime that people do not want to accept that they have done it. Politically, this goes right into the core of the Turkish identity, the Turkish new state. In some ways, this was the most perfect genocide. You've got rid of most of the population, 80% of the Armenian population. The property has been taken away, and there's absolutely no way that these people will come back. So to address these issues, it means a lot of soul searching. It means also looking into other issues like the Kurdish minority and other minority issues, revisiting their foreign policy tools, and openly denouncing that ethnic cleansing can be even considered to be a foreign policy tool.
You mentioned Hrant Dink, the Armenian journalist who was murdered. I think it's 8 years ago. I forgot the exact date. But, I mean, certainly the fact that he spoke out, and because of speaking out, he was killed. I mean, there's no denying that's why he was murdered. Isn't that at the heart of the matter, that there is no tolerance of this? And in some way, it's almost state-sponsored, this oppression.
Unfortunately, Turkey does have domestic issues. It is a conservative society. It has become more conservative. Those voices, those Turkish voices, not just Armenian, those Turkish voices who have been talking about the rights, who have been talking about fairness and addressing these historical issues, which are political issues now. They're very much modern day issues. They have been marginalized. Some of them had to leave the country. So in a sense, it is a lost conversation. From the Armenian part, they would like to normalize relationship with Turkey, to get out of the deadlock that the country has found itself with Turkey since 1993. But at the moment, there is no interlocutor in Turkey, and certainly Erdogan's recent statement saying that the removal of children and women was justified is only proving that unfortunately we have to wait. And some Turkish progressive thinkers, they are also in search of that new leader, and they are also hopeful that the time will come when their country will address this deep-seated and very painful issues.